I was in the middle of blending my hair concoction when I remembered I was supposed to be recording a video. So I already blended it, avocado mix, and what I put in it was coconut oil, castor oil, honey, avocado. Today, because today is Friday, Sabbath is later on, so I'm going to have to work really quickly. I'm just going to leave it in my hair for about maybe 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours, and then start work, exercise, do all that stuff, let it heat up, let it work its magic, and then I'm going to rinse it out with, well, I was going to show you the apple cider vinegar here, but it's not the right one, with apple cider vinegar, and I'm going to sort of walk you guys through that whole process. Hair day, go wash day. So my hair is washed out, rinsed out. That's not very good. In terms of, I don't take the time to detangle in the way that I should. My hair has actually been like this now for a few hours, but it is very soft. Oh, by the way, and I showed this in a video before, I mix water, like up to there, leave-in conditioner, and then castor oil, and mix it all together for this. Put it in my hair. And I'm also trying blow dry, tension method. I'm trying to blow dry my hair. So bear with me as I learn. And the question is of course always the same, you know, what do I do to get my hair to grow long? And you know, the answer really has not changed. The answer hasn't. What I realize for a lot of us is we just want the easy way out. We want to be able to take a product, put it in our hair, and then, you know, I don't know, sleep with it in, and then like next week we have like 3 inches of new growth. Like, that's what we want. We want the easy way out. I want the easy way out. And we're racking our brains trying to find all the right answers and trying to find the right products and all of this stuff, watching a billion YouTube videos as if there is going to be some new information, and there really isn't any new information. The information really is the same. Protective styles, moisturize your hair, seal in that moisture. Really, that's it. I mean, that's the basic. For me, though, I always believe that in everything that we're doing in this life, that we should always find the eternal value, and to involve God in our natural hair journey the same way that we want to involve God in every other aspect of our life. Why not involve Him in taking care of our hair, since He's the one who gave us this kind of hair anyway? See, this is my problem. I refuse to take the time to sit and properly detangle. That's my problem. And that's what a lot of us do. We don't want to take the time to do what we know that we need to do. And we do the very same thing in our lives and in our relationship with the Lord. Like, we're crying out to him, God, please give me a sign. Show me what I ought to do. Show me what I need to do to have a better walk with you. Show me, as if the answer is going to change, right? I mean, it's very simple. Read your Bible, pray every day. Really, our relationship with God is that simple. Seek his face. Seek him in prayer. Have a relationship, a loving relationship with him. Talk to him, pray, listen to him, read his word, spend time with him, and obey him. That's it. And God makes his will very clear to us. What is happening here? Okay. I'm trying to separate this. God makes his will. See that? God makes his will very clear to us, But we just either we want to have our own way. And so because he's not saying to us what we want him to say, we think as if he's not making himself clear. I was listening to this song by Andrew Peterson. And man, the song hit me. It was talking about how we're always asking for God's will to be made known. Thinking that like somehow we think our relationship with God, like God is intentionally being mysterious, as if he wants to toy with us and he wants us to jump through hoops to try to figure out his will. That's not what God is trying to do. God isn't, he's not in grade school, toying with our emotions. He actually makes his will very clear to us. Take for instance, and I learned this while I was listening to a song. Take for instance, yes, that's it, finally. The disciples of Jesus. They spent 3 years with Jesus, right? Do you remember how many times Jesus told them, I'm going to go to Jerusalem, I'm going to die, and on the third day, I'm going to resurrect? He told them that several times. Do you know that even though Jesus made the future very clear to them, they still did not get it? They still didn't get it. They still missed the entire thing. And when they should have been experiencing a different mood when Jesus died, they were in despair. Complete despair. Because even though the Lord had revealed to them what they wanted to know, they didn't have the mind, the nature, the heart, the spiritual eyes to see what Jesus was telling him. So could it be possible that Jesus is making his will very clear for your life? That he's making his will very clear for my life, or whatever question that I have, that he's already told me, but I just don't have the mind, the understanding, the nature to realize that he actually told me several times. So a lot of times it's not about discerning God's will. God's will is very clear in his word, very plain. It's not always as black and white, but the principle is there. He provides wisdom. He provides godly counsel. There are books, there are people, there are pastors, there are parents, just godly people who will give us the right counsel. But usually, just like the disciples, we have one thing in mind. And as long as Jesus doesn't answer in the way that we want him to. So for instance, you might be praying for a relationship and there's this one guy that you're focusing on. And God is giving you all the billboard signs in the world. Like neon, it's all lit up. And you still think God isn't answering only because you want him to answer and tell you, yes, this is the dude. When it's not. Just like the disciples, they wanted Jesus to be like, yes, I'm going to be king, I'm going to overthrow the Romans and whatever. And so Jesus is like, I'm not that kind of king, that's not what I'm going to do. And so because Jesus was not answering in that way, they thought he was not listening to them, right? So, and we do the same thing with our natural hair. Like, we're continually asking the same question. How do I get my hair to grow? How do I get my hair to grow? How do I get healthy hair? Like me. How do I get my hair to stop doing this? Felicia, trim. Just trim your hair. go to a salon, make an appointment, sit down in the chair, let them trim your hair. Have I done it as yet? No. Why haven't I done it? I can think of a million excuses. But that still doesn't change the fact that if I want my hair to stop doing this, I need to go to the salon and get it trimmed. Or I need to learn to do it myself. You know? And so, let's stop doing that. Felicia, I'm talking to myself, but also sharing with you. Let's stop doing that with our hair, but also with our faith. Just do what God tells you to do. Very plain. Obey his word. You obey him out of love. It is your response of love to him. Seek him in prayer. Study his word every day. Listen to him. Have your worship. Have your devotions. You know, seek the Lord in his face forevermore. And you'll realize, hey, the answer has been there all along. It's been there all along. I just did not have the eyes to see. And so in our prayers, I think it's not a matter of asking, oh Lord, reveal your will to me. Oh God, which way should I go? But rather it should be, Lord, open my eyes so I can see that you're pointing to me, pointing the way out to me. Lord, open my ears so that I can realize that you're actually talking pretty loud. You know? So, yes, let's remember that. And Sarah came from Judah's woman Tamar. The three goddess run up and then came.